Hallelujah.
Praise God.
Praise his name. My Hebrew brothers and sisters, 12 tribes of Israel, scattered all over the earth. Welcome back. This is your Moray, Dr. Yeshua, and we just want to take this moment to thank you for your subscriptions. Thank you for your likes, your comments, and as I always say, thank you for your prayers. We trust that you're doing well, and we're in Psalm 29. We've just completed Psalm 28, and so we're going to be focusing on Psalm 29, and it's the voice of Yahuwah is the title of it, and we're going to be dealing with basically Psalm 29 has 11 verses, and so we're going to be talking on the voice of Yahuwah. My brothers and sisters, there are times when we hear voices, right? And most times, we listen to other people's voices. And sometimes we listen to our own voices and not listening to the voice of Yahuwah. Whatever he said in his word is his voice, okay? We know that his commandments, his precepts, that's his voice. He speaks, and when he speaks, we must listen. So we're going to be talking today, and in the voice of Yahuwah. My brothers and sisters, it is good to have a pen and some kind of note paper where you can write down certain words or make a statement or something you want to go. I hope you're not just listening to me and not checking me out. I'm not going to tell you anything that is false, but at the same time I want you to check me out to be sure that what I said, my brothers and sisters, it line up with the word. And if you have any argument about what I said, remember I am dealing with the Hebrews word. Okay, whatever the Hebrews said in the original, that's what I'm dealing with. I'm not telling you something from a commentary that somebody wrote, or some documentary that somebody put down there. I'm telling you from Yahuwah's word, and I want you to make sure that you have your Bible, okay? And I'm using the King James Version because, and the reason why I'm using the King James Version is not that it's better than any other version, but that's a version that is, I don't have to deal with copyright, okay? If I deal with other versions, I have to deal with copywriting, and I can't sit down and wait for people to respond to me when I have work to do. So I use the King James Version. I can go in there. As a matter of fact, the King James Version is closer to the Hebrew, the original Hebrew. All right, and so that's what we're talking about here. All right, good. So in verse 1 it said, "Give thanks unto Yahuwah, O you mighty ones. Give unto Yahuwah the glory and strength." So when we talk about El, God, give thanks unto God, give El here, we're not using God, we're using Yahuwah instead. Like I said, in the King James Version and in the Tanakh, the Old Testament, they use God, Lord, and so on. Well, when you see the word God there, if it's spelled G-O-D and all in capital, it's referring to our Almighty, the mighty ones, Almighty. Okay. If it's referred to Lord, L-O-R-D, and everything is in capital, it's generally referring to Yahuwah. Okay? And so the word El here is a word that, the Hebrew word El means, in the English, it comes out as God. Okay? And the Hebrew consonants that make up the word is Aleph and Lamed, El. Okay? And of course, the Aleph has underneath it is two little dots like an eye, like you put over the eye. Those are referred to as the vowels notations, right? And so remember, before they came up with the vowels notations, the consonants were understood. Okay, so when a person look at Aleph and Lamed, they know, because that was a culture. They didn't have to, this was something that were known among the people, our ancestors. They know exactly that was saying El. Okay, and they didn't need they didn't need the notations like the vowels notation, because it was understood. The consonants and the vowel was understood, to be, just as you look at it, you could tell exactly. Modern Hebrew came up with the notations, with the vowels notation, because they say it's easier for you to learn Hebrew, okay, and know where to put the accents and know where the vowels, the different vowels falls under the, within the consonants. All right. So the word here, then, what it will come out to in the English is the plural gods. God are in the plural gods. All right. So, all right, this about that. But so when we talk about God here, we talk about some goodly, some great. We talking about the idol or the mighty one or the power. It's talk about strong, that Yahuwah was strong. It's a shortened form from Ayil, means strength, okay, and as the adjective, it's mighty, especially the mighty, but used also of any deity. So sometimes they could even refer to the angel, but when you talk about deity here, it's talk about Yahuwah. Okay, we talk about, sometimes you have like other gods, right? The same word El here would also refer to other gods. So you have to be careful when you look at the word, and the understanding of the word, that you're not just thinking about false God, because the word God, is not a Hebrew word, it's an English word. And so when you say El, you could be talking about a God that is representing a group of people, because people have their own gods. We as Hebrew Israelites, our Elohim, the creator of the heaven and earth, our Yahuwah, okay, he is our El. Alright? Alright, so we talk about strength there, we talk about almighty, we talk about, goodly, as great, and any idol. When you talk about idol, people who idol worship, they idols, they can consider the idol as El too. But when we refer to the word El, we are saying that our Elohim, our Yahuwah. Okay. The Muslim, they refer to El. They're referring to their Arabic form of God. Okay. And so that most time they don't even call his name out. they say Allah, and then sometimes they say the most high. You know, we know that Yahuwah is the most high. He is our Elohim. He is above all other gods. You put all the gods them together, they can't compare to him. Okay? All right. So it's a give thanks unto Yahuwah, O you mighty ones. And then he said, give glory and strength. And so the word glory here is the word kabod, okay? And this word is referring to someone who's glorious, okay? Is glorious. In the Greek, the word glory is a Greek word called doxa. And if you remember, behind the veil, right, lies the Holy of Holies. You know, that's where the glory of Yahuwah shines. This is one of the reasons why when the priests go, you know, went behind there, he has to go with his heart clean, nothing. He cannot have any sin, no form of sin in his heart. And then his clothes have to be clean, you know. You know, and the same thing when we go before Yahuwah, you know, our hearts have to be in the right place, you know. One of the things that used to bother me, you know, especially, you know, in Christianity, was you see people come to church. I know the scripture says you must render your heart and not your garment, but people come to church with some tear-up looking jeans. Come on, it's worship service. If that's the only thing you have, that's okay. But you know, you choose to come to church, you know, with your sneakers dirty and all that kind of stuff, you know. But you say you're coming to worship. I mean, I agree, you're not at home. You're not at home. And when you come to worship Yahuwah, you got to come before him, come before his presence, you know, in singing and with holiness. And everything about you have to be clean. You don't come dirty looking and, you know, it make me feel sick on the inside. You want, you know, Yahuwah is different. The Almighty that we worship, my brothers and sisters, he is not human being. And so we have to approach him in a way that is, you know, comely. You know, I'm not trying to be legalistic, but, you know, we can approach him any way. We must approach him decently. We have to worship him in spirit and in truth. And when we go before him, we go before him looking good. Okay? All right. So, here we see then, it said, give unto Yahuwah, O you mighty ones. Give unto Yahuwah glory and strength. So, the kabod is glorious here. Glorious. And you know, gloriously, glory, honor. Honorable. You know, when we approach him and when we're dealing with him, we have to deal with him, you know, honorably. You know, not just, he's not just like sometimes, you know, you have people who are, like some of them show you sometimes. This is one of the reasons why I don't care for comedy that much. And because they talk all kind of foolishness. And then we see guys say, well, if you're up there, who is he talking about? Who is it if you're up there? Could you do this for me, or could you do that for me? Are you hearing me up there? You know, no, we're not talking about Yahuwah. We can't approach him like that, you know. And then some of us may not say it that way, but we laugh when we hear it because it sounds funny, you know. But the word comes from kabad, properly means weight, you know, figuratively in a good sense, you know, splendor, corpiness, glorious, glory, honor, honorable. And that's how we have to approach Yahweh. In verse 2, this is what he said in verse 2. Give unto Yahweh the glory due to his name. Give unto him the glory due to his name. My brothers and my sisters, Yahweh, in his glorious position, when we come to him, we have to, we're glorifying his name. We're honoring him. We're exalting him. Okay? And this is how we have to come to him. All right? Come to him in awe. Come to him in awe. When we approach him, my brothers and my sisters, we approach him sincerely. We don't approach him like, well, like I have better things to do. What better thing can you do? What better things do we have to do than to approach him in sincerity, in honor? And then listen what he said. We are to worship Yahuwah in the beauty of holiness. Don't, my brothers and my sisters, one of the things that bothers me, is when I see someone go up to, like, they're going up to lead a worship service, and they start talking foolishness, or start making foolish gesture, a joke, and that kind of stuff. I'm gonna sing this song, but don't listen to the voice. Just listen to the word. My brothers and my sisters, if you can't sing, don't go up there. If you don't know how to sing, you're gonna have to go lead worship. You're gonna lead the people into praise to Yahuwah. And if you can't do it, what are you going up there for? Don't go. Because you can't tell people, don't listen to the voice, just listen to the word. What is bringing out the word? The voice. The voice. And so, if you're going to do it, we have to do it so it becomes beautiful. You're going to, are you singing half tune, the piano or the guitar playing something differently, and you're up there singing, you're in another world. You can't do that. We're worshiping, my brothers and my sisters. We're worshiping him, and we have to do it beautifully. Praise his holy name. I'm sorry to get off on you like that, but he said we have to worship him in the beauty of holiness. It must be beautiful. It must be beautiful, my brothers and my sisters. And then it must be holy. That means your life got to be equal or better to what you're saying. Your life is messed up. But you go up there, what you're going to praise and you're going to worship. Yeah, one. But your life is messed up. But clean your life up first. I need to clean my life up first. Get it into the way that, is fitting for what I'm going to do for Yahuwah. It's like I'm sitting here teaching you, my brothers and my sisters. But if my life is messed up, what I'm saying to you there, I'm sure you're going to get a blessing from it, but you're not blessing me if I'm not right. So therefore, I must be right. I must be right. Anyway, the word worship here, it says, give unto Yahuwah the glory due to his name. And then it says, worship Yahuwah in the beauty of holiness. So the word worship here is a word shaka. Shaka in the Hebrew. And the word means to bow down. The Hebrew word is shaka, and is a shin, ket, and he. And what it's saying here, my brothers and my sisters, is to bow down. When we're worshiping, we're bowing down, bowing down. Okay, bow down. Is bow self down. It's like you're crouching, you're falling. You know, you fall down like you fall down flat. We talk about if you go in a church or anywhere and you say you're gonna visit few people go up to the front there and they lay down flat, prostrate, and people looking around like. Well, some of those people are really looking for attention. Some of those people, you know, looking for somebody to see them, to notice them. But some of them are serious. And the word here, you're bowing down in reverence before Yahweh. You know, that's what it really means, to fall prostrate, flat down, to humble, you know, yourself. The primitive root is to depress, or to prostrate, or you know, to bow self down, or you know, and so on. Humble, in obedience before Yahweh, to do reverence to Him, you know, to stoop or to worship. That's what the word is there. It said, give unto Yahweh the glory due to His name. He said, worship Yahweh in the beauty of holiness. And the word, I know my 20 minutes gone, but let me just finish this. He said, the word beauty here is the word hadara, you know, and it is he, dalet, resh, and he, hadara. Of course, it has the vowels notations in it. You know, hadara means adornment or glory. That's what the word means there. And it's talk about beauty, or it is honor. You know, it is comeliness. It is glorious. Glory, it is goodly. It is honor, it's majesty, my brothers and my sisters. And it comes from a word hadar, means magnificence, or you know, that is like an ornament or splendor, or comeliness, excellency. This is a glory, you know, goodly, honor, majesty. So praise His holy name. We're going to come back to verse 2 because we're going to deal with, as a matter of fact, let us go ahead and deal with the word holiness here, because the word holiness here in Hebrew is kodesh, you know, and you know, it means to set apart, and it is kaf, dalet, and shin, and you know, and what it's saying here is you know, kodesh is apartness or sacredness, you know, apartness or sacredness. Is something that is consecrated, thing, a dedicated thing, a hallowed thing. We talk about holiness, the most holy. Sometimes we refer to the most holy day, our most holy portion. And so when we talk about it, the saint, you know, it's talking about, you know, a saint who is holy, set apart. I'm not talking about like in the Roman Catholic Church, you have saint this and saint that. You know, we're not talking about those kind of made up saint. We talk about people who are living a set apart life. If you're living a set apart life for Yahuwah, you're holy. You're a saint. Okay? We're not talking about some dead people. They have the picture and the drawing up into the church that says Saint John, Saint Matthew, Saint, and they call them all kind of saint. Look here. You're only saint if you're set apart for Yahuwah, for His service, for His work. That means whatever you do, you're doing a sacred thing, and your life is sacred. Your life is, you know, we talk about a sacred place or a thing, okay? If we talk about sanctity, we talk about something that is consecrated, something that is dedicated, something that is hallowed, something that is holy. Praise be to His name. We talk about the sanctuary. We talk about the sanctuary. My brothers and my sisters, I'm sorry, but I gone 4 minutes over my 20 minutes, and I'm going to stop here. And I'm going to ask you to be a blessing to someone today, my brothers, my sisters, and walk with the King. Shalom.